Hi, my name is Arpita and I am a developer in HCL Artist team. Today our topic of discussion is code editing practice. So the best way by which we can edit code in our model in the code snippets for the different model elements. So starting with the code editing, Artist contains code snippets in many places where actions and expressions can be specified. So editing can be done in the editors like Code View, Code Editor, CDT Source Editor and the external text editor. The simplest of all these is the Code View. So the Code View is basically used for viewing the code snippets related to the model elements and make small code modifications. For example, adding some comments to the code snippet like that. So we'll switch to our tool and see how this code view looks. I already have this C++ 11 feature, so we'll be using this project and we'll start with one of the example over here. For example, I have this class myClassCom, which has quite a few attributes and operations. So as you see, if I now select this AutoComp operation, when I make a single click on this, the code view opens. So the code view is present in the lower right hand side in my Eclipse instance when I have the perspective UML development selected. So you see the code view has quite a few components. There are some tools, there are some buttons in this toolbar, some code snippets as well. I'll explain one by one. So the code view is a basic editor which helps in viewing the code. So other than viewing, you can also make small modifications. Starting with the components of this code view, on the lower right hand side, we have three buttons. First, the first one is the showing source in editor. When I do this showing source in editor, so the view will switch from the code view editor to the code editor. So I use this single click. So as I do a single click, you see the view has changed. So now my code snippet shows in the code editor in spite of code view. To get the code back into the code view, you have to close this window. So the significant change that you saw just now is that the code has moved from the code view to the code editor. It is the same code snippet that you see here. So if I close this, you can see the code view in the code snippet in the code view. The next button is the launch external editor. So before you launch an external editor, you should also have the preference set for the external editor that you want to use, so that you can simply do using Windows preference, and here if you write code view and select this, you see I already have this external editor as notepad.exe. So you select the one which you want to, or you're comfortable with the editor, you apply and close. So once you do this and you select on this button, the code snippet will appear in that external editor. So I select this, you see the code appears over here. So this is the significance of using this external code editor. Close this. The next is the button, which is quite important. This button is quite useful when you have the C++ code generated for this code snippet for the element. So if I select this, the selection, you can see the change. If I go to some other operation, I come back to AutoComp. See, once I first open this AutoComp code view, the mode here shows show code from the model. What does this mean? This means that the code that you see in this code view is actually loaded from the model. But when you select this button, look up and load generated source, so this will actually help to load the code snippet content from the CDT editor or the C++ generated file. So I select this. You see the mode now changes from showing code from the model, from the file. Okay, so this is the significance of this button. So this code is basically coming from the C++ generated file. The next is this code area. In the code area, there are three things. First of all is this mode, which I showed you just now, that there are two modes, showing code from the model and showing code from the file. This showing code from the file will only show when you have the C++ generated code. The next is this hyperlink. The hyperlink will navigate you to the element in the Project Explorer for which this code view appears. Next is the code snippet. This is the code snippet related to this operation. And finally, at the bottom, you see this is the code snippet sector. Now, what does this code snippet sector has? The code snippet sector actually has all those tabs for which there are actually some codes associated with this model. For example, you can have code in this code view. We can have code in the header preface. You can have code in header ending, implementation preface. All this header preface, header ending, implementation preface, and implementation ending, they're a part of the C++ general tab in the properties view. So if I come a little down, you see this header preface, it has some commented code. We also have header ending, implementation preface over here. Now you see in the code snippet sector, only the first and the second tabs, they are in bold, the rest are not. This signifies that there are some code snippets associated with these sectors, while the other which are not highlighted do not have any code in them. For example, the first one has, the second one, the header preface has, but this header ending and implementation preface do not have any code snippets, so they are not in bold. Coming back to AutoComp. So we recommend code view to make simple modifications like adding some comment to the code. But the main limitation of this code view is that you can't see two or more code views at a time. So if you want to see AutoComp and double AtComp at the same time, it's not possible. So you have to go, if I go to double AtComp, you see the code view changes. Double ProtComp, the code view changes. I come back to AutoComp, the code view has again changed. So you can't simultaneously see them. Moreover, when you are in this code view, you don't have all the features or advantages that a real Eclipse editor can have. For example, if I select this My Class Com, you see the My Class Com text is highlighted, only the one which I have selected, but the other places where it has been used is not highlighted. But this will be available when you are using code editor or CDT editor. So for these reasons, we will be moving to code editor. Okay. So coming to code editor, how we can navigate to code editor? First of all, the simplest of them is by double clicking on the element for which you want to see the code editor. So I double click, this code editor opens, or if you are now in the code view and you want to go to code editor, in spite of searching the element or navigating to the element in the Project Explorer, you can also select this button, show source in editor. I already told previously. So I select this. On doing that, I navigate from code view to the code editor. So the main advantage of code editor is that you can simultaneously work on 2 or 3 different code editors of different elements, and you can compare them and you can edit them and save them all together at a time. Next is that it also has the features that a real real Eclipse editor can have. So starting with the first point, which is the comparison of different code editors, you see I have this AutoComp code editor opened for this operation. I open this double AtComp operation code editor and the next one. So for viewing them, we are seeing 3, we can't see 3 at a time. So for doing that, I can simply drag and drop this outside my Eclipse instance. So you see there is a separate window that has opened for AutoComp. I have resized my window. I'll also try to open the other 2 windows for this double AtComp. So I select this and I drag and drop it outside. So there is also a separate window opened for this double AtComp operation. You can resize it and keep it aside over here. And next is the double ProtComp. So even if this the same way I drag and drop it outside, there is a separate window opened. So now you see there are 3 windows for 3 different operations. Since double prot comp and double add comp are used in this autocomp operation, so they are quite related, and you can now compare them and work on them simultaneously. So I want to change the figure in this double prot comp to 100 and in the double add comp to suppose 60. Okay, so I've changed in this, and I also want to change the input to this operations. For add I do 10 and for product I do 50. Okay, and I also add some prod operation input edit. Here also add operation input edit. Okay, and here also code edited from code view test 60, and from code view I do test 100. So these are all the changes that I have done till now to the 3 windows. So I want to save them all together. So in the Eclipse I use this save all. So on doing this save all, you see all the changes will be visible in our code editor. So I close all these windows now. Once I come back to my Project Explorer and I want to open AutoComp, you see the changes are available in the code view. So now in my code view, the changes, the inputs have been changed. In double add comp, if I open, you see the comment and the figure is also changed. So in this way, you can work on 2 or 3 different code editors, compare them and edit them, save them all together. So it helps in quick editing. Coming to the next point, which is the advantage of having the features of a real Eclipse editor. So when I select my class com in my code editor, you see all the places where this my class com text is used in my code snippet are highlighted in gray. So this helps in quickly locating where this code has been used. Similarly, if I use this double prot comp operation, it is used in 2 places as you see. Okay, so this is the advantage of having the code editor and make some changes. Moreover, the code editor also provides us with some content assets, rather full content assets. For example, I use auto x equal to my class. So if I do control, I don't use the entire typing from my keyboard, rather I use this control plus space. Once I do control plus space, you see my class com, we got to get the recommendation, and I use the double colon. Here I get all the recommendation of the attributes that I can use. For example, I use attr auto and I do I do attr con expression semicolon and I save this. So these are the 2 advantages of using code editor. So till now, code view and code editor gives us the view of the code snippet in isolation for the element that you have selected in the Project Explorer. But when you want to have a full view of the code that is a part of a bigger code section or a large CPP file, so then the CDT editor comes into picture. To navigate to CDT editor, you can simply click on this showing code from file. So once I click on this file, I will be navigated to the C++ generated code. Moreover, you see one thing, that the cursor is now just at the end of the last variable that I have declared in this code snippet. So when I click on this file, it will take us to the C++ generated file, and the cursor will also point to the same location. One more thing that I want to say is that the code editor also, from the code editor, we can only navigate to CDT editor when we have the C++ generated code present. The CDT editor will only come into picture when we already have the C++ generated code. So let's navigate now. So as I told you, the cursor now points to the same place where it was there in the code view. So this is quite useful because you do not have to explicitly find the code that you are working in the code editor and you have to come over here. It will automatically navigate you to the CDT editor to the same location. So while working with CDT editor, the most significant thing about CDT editor is that you can see all the code related to this my class com. So apart from AutoComp, there are also other, suppose double AtComp. So you do F3, you can see wherever it is used. So you do Control F, you find this. So let's go back. So you can see all the things that are here in the myclasscom.cpp. It helps you to quickly find the other operations and their codes inside this. So this is the main advantage, that you can see the full code view, code along with the AutoComp operation as well. Okay, the best part about CDT editor is that it acts as a real Eclipse editor. So if you right click, you see there are so many context menu options. For example, team, show local history. So this gives us all the code changes that you have done to this myclass.com along with the timestamp. So this is a very good feature. Next is the CDT editor gives us the full content assist. So for example, I am in this foo operation. I want to make some changes. For example, auto x equal to my class. I do control plus space. So my class com double colon. There are some of the recommendations of attributes. I use attr auto and I do a semicolon. I write here to do test code. Test CDT editing. Okay, this is the first change that I have done. Next is that I make some changes in other operation also. As I'm changing, you please see that my changes are within the USR code. So when you are making editing, or when you're editing some code inside the CDT editor, keep in mind that we are making the changes inside the USR code. Else, if you are doing some code changes outside, the code changes will be lost when you rebuild your model, or there will be some problems in code to model synchronization if you write code outside the USR platform code snippet. So this is quite important. Next is that whenever you make some changes and you want to navigate to some other places in your tool, make sure you save the changes. If you don't save and somehow you rebuild your model, all the changes will be lost. So you need to save it. So if I do a control plus S, so there is a code to model synchronization that runs. The code to model synchronization basically helps us to find whatever the changes you have done. So if you are doing changes in multiple places in your model and in your code, in your CDT editor code, so this code to model synchronization will help us to see. So in the structure compare, if you double click, you see in the compare viewer, you can see that there is one extra attribute that I have added, and I have also added some comment. So in this way, it helps in comparing the code that was there previously and your recent changes. Once you use this commit button, it will commit the code to your model as well. So I use this commit over here. So I minimize this. So once I commit this, you see in my so the changes was in foo. So I go to the foo operation. You see the code view. So in the code view, you see, or in the code editor, you see there is one more variable added, and there is also comment added to that. So on doing this code to model synchronization, the code is actually synchronized with your model, but it is not saved. To save that, you can simply use this save all button. You see on the top that the model is not yet saved, but the changes are committed. So if I do this save all, it saves the code to my model. So the CDT editor is useful in this ways. Next we will talk about some external editor. Before moving to external editor, let me highlight a few points about CDT editor. First of all, the changes should be done within the USR code block. Nextly, whenever we are making multiple changes, we should save them. And to review our code changes, we can simply see them in the code to model synchronization window. Next, we'll come to external editor. So if you want to work on external editor, you can simply, in the CDT editor, you can right click. You can do open with. So once I do this open with, for example, I use this notepad. So the code opens in the myclasscom.cpp, which is in Notepad. For example, you want to make some changes in this external editor. For example, I want to make changes in AutoComp. So in AutoComp, if I simply add some comment that changes to see from external text editor, for my case it's a notepad. So once I do this and I do save this notepad and I close this, you see the changes will be reflected in this CDT editor, but the model is not yet synchronized. So to synchronize the model, you can do one thing. You can simply go to this file in the Project Explorer. So I right click over here, okay, and I go to the Project Explorer view. So open with show in, Project Explorer. Once I am in my Project Explorer and it basically points to the file corresponding to that C++ generated code. I right click on this, I can use synchronize. So on synchronizing, the model will also be synchronized with the code changed. So let's go back to our file in the Project Explorer. So show in Project Explorer, if you go, so if I right click on this and I do a synchronize. So once I do this synchronize, I get a window which tells us what all should be done when we synchronize this file to the model. When I do this, you see we get console log along with the sync log that whatever synchronization has happened in our model due to the changes in the C++ generated file. It is recommended that you use this synchronized workspace when you have, suppose you are working on multiple CPP files which are in different projects. So it becomes quite difficult to go to each CPP file and do the synchronize and select the synchronize from the context menu. So when you use the synchronized workspace, it will synchronize all the changes that you have done in different CPP files which are in different projects. So this is what we all have about code synchronization in our CDT editors using external editors. So, please have a look at this code editing practices. You can yourself make code changes to the model and try to save them in different editors and see the significance of the changes in the model using code to model synchronization. So that's all from code editing.